You ever just stop and think about the hidden instructions that make everything tick? You know, from the tiniest living thing to, well, everything. It's like there's some kind of underlying order, an internal blueprint that's guiding the whole show. Let's dive into that idea. And it sounds kind of magical, but it is 100% real. Every single living thing, you, me, the plants on the windowsill, carries a secret code. It's a set of instructions that basically defines what it is and what it's going to become. All right, so first up, let's just look at this blueprint in nature, in the world we can actually see and study. Now, the part that's really wild is the scale we're talking about. This isn't some giant scroll, it's microscopic. An incredibly detailed set of instructions, and it's tucked away inside every single one of the trillions of cells that make up an organism. This little blueprint runs the whole operation: growth, function, even your eye color.
And of course, you know what science calls this blueprint? It's DNA. It's literally the internalized instruction manual for life. It's the master plan, and every single cell reads it and follows it to the letter.
But, just having a code isn't the whole story. A blueprint for a house doesn't just build itself. Something has to happen to turn that plan into a reality. So let's see how this code actually becomes life.
Think about it. A recipe book just sitting on the counter is only potential. It doesn't make you dinner. It's just paper and ink until you read it, get the ingredients, and follow the steps. The genetic code is exactly the same. It's just pure information, pure potential. For it to mean anything, it has to be read, translated, and most importantly, acted upon.
So what we see is this really simple but incredibly powerful process. It's 3 steps. First, a code comes from an external origin. It's passed down. Second, that code gets internalized by the cell. And finally, the cell lives out those instructions, building everything it needs to build to create a living, functioning organism. That 3-step flow is absolutely fundamental.
Okay, so keep that natural pattern in your mind. We're going to use that same idea as a lens to explore something a little more spiritual, the word that we can live by.
And this is where the parallel just clicks into place. Look at this comparison. You've got the genetic code, DNA, and you've got what we could call the divine code, or God's word. Both come from an external source. Both have to be internalized, one by the cell, the other in our heart. And in the end, both are meant to be the blueprint that shapes all of our life and action.
This idea is actually captured perfectly in this passage from the Bible. It's saying that, yeah, our bodies need physical food to survive, but our inner lives, our spirit, our character, that needs a different kind of fuel. It needs a different kind of instruction, a word, to truly live.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of all this. What does this parallel mean for us, personally? Well, it points to a call to internalize.
So here's the ultimate takeaway, the big idea. We can see this amazing process in nature, where a cell takes a code and literally builds life from it. And in the very same way, we're invited to take a divine blueprint, a set of truths and principles, and let it shape who we are from the inside out.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. It's not about just knowing a code, is it? It's about living it. A cell doesn't just read the DNA, it becomes what the DNA tells it to be. So, what truth might be waiting for you, not just to be read, but to be truly lived out in your life?